right behind you.
Does it bother you that we're going against your father?
I can't say it surprises me. I kind of figured we were heading for this someday. I just didn't know when.
Will it be hard for you if we have to kill him?
If. I've been assuming that's where all this is going.
Yeah, pretty
I've
much.
been trying to make my peace with it. Come on, we can talk about this another time.
Okay, do you regret it?
What do you... Oh. No. Why?
I have no idea what we're regretting. Neither do I.
Oh, alright then. Come on, let's move.
What are we regretting? I'm glad you like that, but wait. Turning me into a vampire? I cured myself just a few hours ago. But, okay, I don't know what that.
I
Hi.
trust your journey was successful?
Yes, it was. I brought the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, my friend. I can no longer be of use in this matter.
Why?
It's my fault. In my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the careful preparation required. I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects, but I was wrong. Now I am paying for it.
You are blind?
Blind? Yes, I'm afraid so.
Can we cure that?
No, it will have to run its course. And there's always the chance I may never recover.
Okay, so what are we gonna do then?
No, there is another way. The question is, how much are you willing to risk to find Oriel's bow?
Well, not my eyesight.
I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind could be the least of your worries.
Amazing! Just tell me.
Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek.
Okay, how do I do this ritual?
It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls.
And then I can just read the scroll?
In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you.
Okay, do I need to read the scrolls in any particular order?
From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy.
Okay, well then.
Good luck. I hope you find the answers you seek.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
This must be the place.
Yep, gonna hide in here until that dragon is gone.
Not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
We took like 2 steps into the cave. Have a little bit of patience, please. And look at that. Doesn't look like shit after all. Get in here and be amazed.
Wow. Look at
Yeah.
this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And it's such a pretty pink tree. It's a wonderful knife.
Well, we got the knife. Now all we need to do is track down one of those canticle trees.
Yeah, I think I found one.
Hope the
All
moths
right.
like that bark as much as Dexian said they would.
There once was a hero named Ragnar.
Shut
the
up.
Red, came riding to Whiterun
Look at them.
from
They've definitely taken a liking to you.
Uh,
And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
am I? Wow.
I think that might have been what we were waiting for. Let's head back up there and see if we can read the scrolls.
Yeah. I'm glowing a lot. a little bit.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
I think I'm okay. I'm not blind. Do I look okay?
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
Yeah, that was weird.
I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 leagues away. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it?
Yes, I know. It's in a place called Darkfall Cave.
Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy.
Yes!
Where is this Darkfall Cave?
In Skyrim somewhere.
Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
Okay. Are we going the right way? I don't know if we're going the right way. Oh, hi, over there. I'm coming.
Think you can take me?
I think I can. Well, guys.
What now?
What do you know about Ariel's bow?
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one.
Probably. What does it have to do with the sun?
Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy.
Interesting.
And that part I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
Yeah, let's hope so. Oh, look at that! A rickety bridge! I wonder what happens if
Stay
we
on
walk
your
over
guard.
it. Yeah, we should definitely walk over it. Oh no! Help. 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 Serana, are you coming? Help! Oh god, the spiders are disgusting. Why did I look? That was gross. I don't like
You're not
that.
getting the best of me.
Are we alright? God, help. Murder. Sorry, not you. Sorry, not you again.
Disgusting.
Yeah. You. Good job, guys. Oh my god, you did a thing! Wow! I taught you that! Amazing!
These people were... Why would anyone want to set up camp here? I
Because
wonder what
it's
happened to them.
nice and lovely in here. Look at that, the note. Let's read it. Sister, I know that you'll come find me, but it will be too late. You'll find this letter, get out of this forsaken cave. It's horrible here. I'm dead now. Goodbye. Well, that's so sad. Look, the thing. Shit. I'm a wonderful adventurer. Do not question my skill.
Something's not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in for some trouble.
Are we? Okay. I'll be very sneaky. I'll be super sneaky. Look at that. What the frick is that? Oh god, what are you doing? Stop! Stop. We're sneaky. Oh my god. Look at that. What the heck is that?
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
What's that?
Are we sure?
I feel some kind of power from it.
From it, the guy? I don't know if I like that makeover. I think you're paler than usual. Very shiny. Hi,
I am
how
Knight
are you?
Paladin Gelibor.
I know.
Welcome to the Great Chantry
Big
of
fan
Oriel.
here. This cave is a temple to Oriel.
Auriel, Auriel, Halkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves.
Uh-huh. You're a farmer?
I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
Okay, I imagine you know why we're here.
Of course. You're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here?
Yeah.
I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
Okay, do I have a choice?
Absolutely. You could turn around and travel back from wherever you started empty-handed, or you could assist me.
Huh, what type of assistance do you need?
I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother.
Why?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen.
Uh-huh, what exactly did the Betrayed do?
They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
Didn't you fight back?
The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha.
You don't even know if he's alive.
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
Have you tried getting into the inner sanctum?
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
Way shrine?
Yes, let me show you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What? I'm also in awe.
So this is snow elf magic. Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the Chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temple so we can kill your brother and claim Ariel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the Initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
How many more way shrines are there?
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry.
Wonderful.
Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the Initiate's ewer.
Thanks. And I need to fill this at every way shrine?
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
Okay, I'll be off then.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
Thanks.
Questions? I expected as much.
Who are the spectral prelates you mentioned?
They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
They should be able to help us then.
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the Chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum.
What is the Chantry of Auriel?
This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened.
Most snow elves?
Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Sirabane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its way shrines.
The way shrines are part of the Chantry then.
Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here.
Who were you people?
We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
It appears the Nords won.
In a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race.
Everyone couldn't have possibly agreed to that.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
What turned your people into the betrayed?
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Why weren't the Snow Sea affected?
The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene.
Is that why you had retained your side?
Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people.
You mean the betrayed?
Yes. They swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum.
There are others here like you?
Verther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
That's sad. Alright, okay, stop pressuring me, we're
Auriel watch over
leaving.
you.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Everyone
Alright.
ready? Ooh.
Questions? I expected
No,
as much.
I'm done. Goodbye.